The man they call Tom Lowe there for you. He's back in the radio next week, 7 to 9 p.m. He was with you for the last 2 hours with the Audio Sunshine radio show. Thanks to him for another amazing show of amazing music. Good man, Tom, back next week. Right, we're here in your radio till 11 o'clock tonight. Yes, I'm actually here. I'm actually physically going to do a radio show properly for you tonight. Apologies to all our avid worldwide listeners, countrywide listeners, citywide listeners here in Ireland who were listening last week. And, well, you got the music and you got a little bit of me. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I'll tell you what happened throughout the programme tonight, but very nearly didn't happen at all last week. So big thanks to the team back in RTE Radio Centre for getting that on the air for us, because that was so close. I'll tell you about it as we go through the show. Have a very special show for you tonight. However, to kind of make it up for you, good coincidence this. I was going to say he had a flying visit to Cork yesterday, but it was a sailing visit really. I'm talking about Will Rodriguez, Reelsoul, you may know him as too, and we've played so much of his music over the years on this programme and other programmes of course, and in the club as well. But he was in Cork yesterday for his ship docked yesterday. I will be going down to Cork. Well, I went down to Cork yesterday, but I'll be going down to Cork in the programme to have a chat with him, and you'll hear about that in hour 1 tonight. So that's all to come on the radio for you, as well as 21 brand new tunes for you tonight. Some big exclusives in here as well. So let's get the show on the road for you. Hope you're all well tonight. Hope everybody's good out there in Radioland. And yeah, this is the Digital Groove till 11 p.m.
Europe's favourite dance mix. Live from Ireland, 24 hours a day.
This is RTE Pulse.
The Digital Groove with Niall Redmond.
RTE Pulse.
US Garage and Soulful House promo pressure.
Yeah, I literally got on the door last week at 7 p.m. in the evening, and the show obviously goes on air at 9 o'clock, right? And as you well know, hopefully coming to an end soon, as we keep saying, we have to pre-record the programme. Can't do it live. If we could do it live, would have been fine. Just went straight to RTE and done the show. Anyway, got in the door at 7 o'clock. Not only had to put the radio show together, I dropped a couple of voice links over it and flung it over to RTE, and they got on air 8:30. They got that programme. They got on air at 9. So thanks, guys, for that. So apologies on a little bit of a bare bones programme last week. Good music, though. I hope you enjoyed it. Brand new roster of music this week for you. This is Raw Essence featuring Lifford. Kicking off the show tonight, Do It Again. Dave Lee on the extended album Mix. Z Records kicking things off for us this evening on tonight's bumper, Digital Groove till 11 p.m. Yes, opening things up tonight. Opening things up with that tonight. There you go. That's how we're starting things off. Raw Essence, of course. One of the many monikers and aliases of Dave Lee. This time featuring Lifford, David Lifford, Shillingford on vocals. Horrible to think in a way that Lifford's jingle is locked in Radio Man in the radio centre. Have a Lifford jingle. Announcing his new tunes. Anyway, I just have to announce them for him tonight. That's called Do It Again. Dave Lee's extended album, a mix album coming out, of course, called Produced With Love, number 2, I think. That Said Records opening up to a show tonight for you. Right, so what actually happened to me last week? In case you didn't know, or you're just curious. Okay. Really quick synopsis. Early flight, 6:40 a.m. Went to the Charlotte's gig last Sunday, so obviously not yesterday, but Sunday last week. Early flight Monday morning. Would have been back home here by 9 o'clock. Show sorted, everything, life good. Queue in Leeds Bradford Airport. Now, no joke, right? Genuine. As prone to exaggeration as I may be, at least 4,000 people. At least 4,000 people. I actually looked at it. How are they transporting all these people? You know, I thought people were fleeing the country. Anyway. Needless to say, in the desperate situation of queuing amongst all those people to get on a flight that was leaving in 2 hours, it never happened. The flight went without us. Waving back at us going, there's nobody on this plane, good luck. Anyway, so left behind in Leeds very early in the morning, which was slightly advantageous to me because at least I could rearrange to try and get home. So I ended up taking the train to Manchester. So bus to Bradford to Manchester home. Got home quite late. And hence the debacle on the radio last night. Did get the show on the air though, just not a lot of talking in it, so make it for tonight. Interviews and all tonight. Anyway, interviews and all tonight. But some good music last week, and hopefully you were able to follow all the tunes and all that kind of thing. A lot of great tunes on last week's show. Yeah, this is Phil Yegarosa as Platinum City, featuring the legendary Brian Lucas and Suki S-U-K-I on the vocals here. Can You Dig It? No, it's not the Mock Turtle Club. Not a cover that. Can You Dig It, the name of this? This the extended club mix coming at you the end of this week. Watch out for it.
This is a Niall Redmond exclusive track.
Oh yeah, every night I dream. World exclusive.
Yeah, there you go. Second tune in tonight. It is an exclusive, in case you were wondering. And yeah, 13 minutes past 9 p.m. right now. This Monday, the 23rd. Wow, May. Kind of feels like summerish. I tell you, I was driving back from Cove last night, from Cork last night. It hadn't been bright till about, I mean, relatively speaking, about 10 o'clock. It was still, it wasn't dark, you know. So that's good. That's good. I suppose we're a month away from the longest day of the year, aren't we? Anyway, let's tell you what's coming up in Hour 1 tonight. Before we do anything else, well, we have Reelsoul coming up in Hour 1. After the next tune, I'm going to be taking a trip. Please use your imagination. It happened yesterday. But I'm going to be jumping in the car and going down to Cork. And yeah, I'll take you with me. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to be having a chat to Reelsoul as we're driving around. Yeah, okay. So just, yeah, use your imagination there. So that's coming up after the next tune. However, what is the next tune? Tell you in a sec. It's a George Benson redo. You're going to like it. So excited there, right? The mic and L, what's known as. Anyway, yeah, it's a George Benson cover. It's not even a sample. There you go. So what have we got coming up? Yes, so we have Reelsoul coming up after that. Then we have something brand new with Maurice Revy and the vocals from Tim Bai. I think it's called Timbhai. Tim Bai, yeah. The brand new, you're going to love this. A little later on in Hour 1 tonight, the brand new Mark Wilkinson, wait for this, Mark Wilkinson, Rita Campbell and Michele Kiverini tune. It's a cover of Runaway Love. You are going to lose your mind when you hear this, I promise you. An exclusive from Nick Hussey and Jamie Van Gulden coming up as well in Hour 1 tonight. Brand new Paul Parsons coming up for you as well. That's just before the hour tonight, just before 10 o'clock. And yeah, sure, this, before we head down to Cork. We're going down to Cork after this, right? Make sure you're ready to leave with me, okay? Can you guess which George Benson tune it is already? Listen, quick. Yeah, it's Never Give Up on a Good Thing. This is Funkatomic, Claudio Caccini and Emery Toller this time in the vocals. Funkatomic's mix of Never Give Up on a Good Thing. Out today on Way Up Records. Love the original listen. They've actually done a really decent job of this cover, so hats off, chaps. Well done. Third tune in tonight, heading down to Cork after this. In case you wonder what's happening at the end of this song, going down to Cove.
He's just too tired to do the things you want to.
Hi, this is Tony Humphreys, and you're checking out my guy Niall Redmond in the mix on The Digital Crew.
Just going to jump at the Tesla, turn the engine on, and get on the road. Use your imagination, please. Isn't that lovely? Never give up on a good thing. George Benson originally, this time Emery Toller and Funk Atomic. It's out now on Way Up Records. Lovely, lovely. From the car, in the car, leaving Wicklow right now for about a 2.5 hour journey this hour in the morning, which is just past 6 a.m. Nice and bright for this time in the morning, which is great. Looks like the weather's going to be okay. Heading to a port town deep in the south of Ireland called Cove, which is spelled C-O-B-H, but it's pronounced the English way of C-O-V-E. And the reason it's called Cove is it's a port town. It's a deep sea port, so a lot of cruise liners come in. Made famous, actually, in a very interesting place to visit, because if you go to Cove, you can see the Titanic Museum. It's the final place the Titanic left before it's on its maiden voyage before it sank, and a big history with that, of course, in that town. Anyway, why am I heading to Cove? I'm heading to Cove because our dear friend Reelsoul, aka William Rodriguez, is on a cruise coming into Cove this morning. And he's going to meet me in Cove, and he wants to do some things around Cork, so we're going to go on a little road trip. So I'm hoping to have a chat with him a little later on. Of course, we're big fans of Reelsoul. I'm sure you are out there too. We've played his music for so long on this radio show, and yeah, it would be a sin not to go and meet him if he's here in the country. So heading out of Cork, heading out of Cove, and yeah, I'm going to stop for coffee soon. But let's get some music into your ear, and we'll have a chat a little later on from Cove and Cork.
Short ones, tall ones, big ones, fine ones.
So I've been driving all the way down to Cork, as you know, to catch up with a dear friend of ours on the radio and someone whose music we not only love, but we just play all the time and still play to this very day, and will continue to play well into forever. It is, of course, Reelsoul I'm talking about. Now, Will, you have arrived in Ireland twice, actually, since we're doing this chat. You were here last week as well, and I missed you because I was involved in an awful situation in Leeds that a lot of people know about. But you're back, you're here, you're in Cork for a few hours, and I deliberately waited to do this little chat with you in the car after we went to the Blarney Stone, and the reason being that the Blarney Stone is legendary rumoured to loosen your lips once you kiss it, and you've just kissed the Blarney Stone an hour ago, so I'm expecting to get loads of information out of you now.
Yes, my lips are loose. They're loose now.
It's your bar last week. It's your first time to Ireland, so you know, in the sense of you were here last week, you're here today for a few hours, but this is your first trip to Ireland, so we got to find out why you're here. You've been travelling a few places now. I got this slightly wrong, and I thought you were on a kind of trip of a lifetime cruise, but you're actually working DJing on a cruise at the moment. So tell us about that. What's going on with that?
This is a gentleman by the name of Dave Cause, and he does these cruises. They're annual cruises. We kind of been out of commission for the last 2 years because of the pandemic, but this is my 5th cruise with him. And he chose me to be his DJ, so I'm his DJ on the cruise.
So what does this actually involve? So tonight, now when you go back, you're going to get back in the boat in about maybe an hour or 2 hours time. Will you be DJing tonight? Do you DJ every night? Do you have to do like different sessions during the day, or what happens? How do you cater for everybody alone? Like, is it different parties or what?
First of all, I DJ all the time in the nightclub.
Okay.
Every ship has its nightclub on the top deck, so I DJ in the nightclub every night. And sometimes, you know, when it's sunny outside, I'll DJ by the pool area and just kind of play some chill vibes like Roy Ayers, George Benson, you know, some Musique Soulchild, kind of relax and stuff by the pool. But at night, I play dance music for everybody to just let loose and get down.
I kind of in my mind think, what a gig, you know, what a gig to get. It's not your first time. You've been doing this for a few years. You've seen half the world doing this.
Yeah, this is my 5th cruise. So the first cruise was the Caribbean. The second cruise was the Mediterranean. The third cruise was the Baltic Sea. The 4th cruise was Australia. And then it was a pandemic for 2 years, and now we're finally back cruising again at sea. And this time is it the British Isles? Is that what it's called?
Well, yeah, where have you been? So we'll tell you. So you started in Amsterdam, right?
So Amsterdam, Cork, Ireland, I believe tomorrow's Scotland, and Wales, and Dover, England.
Okay, yeah, so you're pretty much doing British Isles and back to dock in Amsterdam, and then you're flying home.
Then I'm going home. Wow. Back to life, back to reality.
Well, listen, what has reality been like for you? I mean, I know, you know, the world has been a mad place for 2 years and a little bit. How have you survived the whole pandemic thing? How was life the last 2 years for you? What have you been up to?
It kind of sucked. The pandemic really shut down gigs for everybody and even production, you know. And so I just had to get a real job. And so I got my real job now. Plus, everything's picking up. So it's kind of a bonus to have my real job and to still have DJing and still get, you know, remix projects and run my record label. And I've been working a lot with Spin, as you can tell as well. So
yeah.
It's been keeping me busy a lot.
Well, I'm going to debunk one myth that I was so glad I wasn't the only person that got this wrong. In fact, many people have got this wrong. I don't know why I thought you, and I think I said it on the radio many times, you know, Reelsoul from New York, now living in LA. But the New York thing is a complete myth. So, you know, you're actually been in LA and certainly California for...
My entire life. born and raised. But, you know, you're not the only one. And it must be the sound of the music, I'm assuming.
It has to be.
It must be my sound, but everybody, automatically they assume that I'm from New York.
Well, how's things been in LA in regard to gigs coming back now that everything is what we'd like to say normalising, I guess? Or, you know, are things starting to come back to normal where you're living now? I mean, is gigs coming back? Is party lifestyle coming back back home?
Definitely. The parties are coming back little by little. I have a few things coming up. I have an all vinyl set coming up in a few weeks, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, things are picking up little by little.
Now, speaking of all vinyl, I did notice on your social media that you have been collecting some vinyl. You have been collecting some vinyl. Where you've been? So you were in Amsterdam leafing through records there last week on Instagram. So have you picked up any gems while you've been traveling on the boat?
Yeah, I just picked up some kind of common stuff. I've been after this track by Ned Doheny. I totally forgot the name of the song already, but I found a 12-inch of it, and that's something I've been looking for. I found common stuff like New Edition, First Choice, but I like these pressings because they're from the Netherlands. And some of them have picture covers and they look slightly different than the ones that were released in the United States. So, so far I hit up Zap Records. And I only did that because I had one day in Amsterdam, and I was kind of jet lagged. I didn't sleep on the plane, and the first thing I did was check into my hotel room, jet lag and all, and went to the first record store I could find. And I finally tapped out when I started feeling the little lightheadedness and jet
The shutters were coming down.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I better go now. I better go. I got my fix.
But I mean, is that the way it works on the cruises? I mean, you're talking to someone who's never been on a cruise before, right? And you know, they obviously drop you off like today for a few hours in each place that you visit, and you got to be back by a certain time. That's where we're heading now. We're heading back down to Cove now. But you get to see Amsterdam for maybe 4 hours. You get to see, say, Edinburgh for 4 hours. Or what way does it work?
Amsterdam, I was supposed to be there for 2 days. But due to the whole vaccine thing, people coming from the States, you needed to be vaccinated. So I did get the Pfizer vaccine, which required 2 shots. And right after I got the first shot, they changed the restrictions and the rules on how many days I could be let into the Netherlands. So I had my wife called the CDC to see if it was possible for me to get the second vaccine a few days earlier. So let's just say I made it right on the 14th day.
Wow.
The 14th day after the second shot. If it wasn't for that, then I would have been on the flight before, the day before, so I would have actually got to spend a good 2 solid days in Amsterdam. But under the circumstances of the vaccine and the timing of everything, I was only in Amsterdam pretty much a day and a half.
Wow. And when you go back now, will you have a few more days in Amsterdam before you fly back home, or are you kind of heading straight back?
I think we're going to get off the boat and then go straight to the airport from there.
Okay.
But I mean, I've been gone for it's going to be 2 weeks at that time, so I will be ready to leave the ship and get straight to the airplane and go home to my babies, my kids.
Okay. So when are you back on the ship then? Is this a yearly thing? Is it, how often do you do
It's
this?
an annual thing. So
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, next year, if I'm still on it, it'll be Spain.
Right. So you're ticking them off the list. You're ticking them off the list slowly but
yeah.
surely. Well, you ticked Ireland off the list over the last week, I guess, including last Sunday and today. We brought you up to the Blarney Stone, as I said at the start of our chat. I'd never been. I mean, I live here, and I mean, I'm not frequenting Cork very much, but when I do, I normally go to Cork City. I'd never been to Blarney Castle. I'd never kissed the Blarney Stone. It was pretty impressive. I mean, what did you think as a visitor?
It was amazing.
It was good, wasn't it?
Amazing, yes. And it was all my wife's idea, and I'm glad we did it.
It was a great idea.
I'm glad for once I wanted to see something like that, other than looking for record stores.
Exactly. Well, you got a little bit of the Irish experience. We also got rained on, so you got the real Irish experience.
Irish
We're
rain.
drying out here in the car.
Yes, I love how green it is out here too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what, and you can say good or bad things. I don't mind. I'm sure the listeners don't mind. But yeah, what's your general impressions? I mean, I know you've seen a little bit of Ireland now. What do you find in the vibe like?
I find the people friendly. I've never seen other drivers wave to other drivers like we did.
That's a Tesla thing.
In the States, they're ready to shoot you on the road. It's just different. It's different out here. It's peaceful.
Cool. Well, I suppose my leading question is, will you come back? Another time. Come back and spend a bit more time with us, will you?
I would love to come back. Just come to Ireland alone.
And we'll show you some really good different places around Ireland next time you come back. Well, look, it's great to see you, and I'm so glad I took the trip down to catch up with you, because it's very rare, particularly with the whole pandemic thing going on now. It's even harder sometimes to sort of figure out if we're ever going to meet all our heroes and the people that we play music by, and you're of course one of those heroes of ours on the radio. Thank you so much for all the music you send us and that we get over the years and have enjoyed over the years and will continue to enjoy. So thank you so much while we have you here talking to us. And we've got to tell you that straight away. We love it, and we love it. But what have you got coming up? I know you're working with Spen. Have you other projects coming up now that things are starting to get back to normal and routine is coming back in?
I just did something for this wonderful lady back home by the name of Coco Street. It's going to be coming out.
I know Coco Street. Yeah, lovely.
On King Street. So
beautiful.
I got that coming out, and just some stuff up my sleeve that I'm working on with Spin, DJ Spin, and that's about it. Just whatever comes my way.
Good man. Well, look, we look forward to it all coming out. What I normally do, because I haven't done any of these chats, obviously, bar the ADEs, only when I get to kind of roam around having a chat with friends of ours, and I haven't done any chats like this in quite a long time. So we normally get our guests to pick something to play, and I've got to ask you to pick a Reelsoul track to play on the show tonight, surely.
Okay, my top favorite would have to be A.G. Thomas, the 1-2 that came out on ABB Soul Records. That would be, that tends to be the popular one that everybody, if somebody doesn't know who Reelsoul is,
that's the introduction.
When they hear the 1-2, they're like, oh, I know that. So,
okay.
You know, or they'll tell me, oh, so and so used to play that, or such and such played that. So yeah, the 1-2, that tends to be one of my favorite productions.
Okay, well, as you sail off into the Irish, I was going to say Irish sunset, but into the Irish clouds, we shall spin that out. Before we do that, and before we say, I suppose, goodbye from Ireland, we're actually going to meet a dear friend of ours, Dave Cronin, now down in Cove just before you get back on the cruise liner, and we're going to hopefully have a pint. Now, you're a bit controversial because the last time you were here, you had a pint of Murphy's instead of a pint of Guinness, so we might try and get you a pint of Beamish just so you tick everything off your box next time, and you've covered all the stouts.
That sounds fine. That sounds great.
Well, look, it's so great to finally meet you. I'm so glad I came down to see you. I know it's only for a couple of hours. We did the Irish thing. We had an all day out Blarney Castle. We're about to finish off with a pint. And look, you have safe ongoing travels to yourself and your lovely wife. And we'll catch up soon, I'm sure. But we'll enjoy this selection by you. And great to see you, man. Really, it's great we caught up. I'm delighted we did that.
Wonderful. Let me tell you something. I just want to say thank you for being such a great host. Thank you for picking us up. And most of all, thank you for always supporting every new Reelsoul release that comes out. I mean, you know, I could be asleep and I get an alert and I see the alert on Facebook and it's you tagging me that you're playing my song at that very moment. So I just want to say, whatever you need from me, I got your back. I appreciate you and I thank you with all my heart for your support.
Hey, Mr. DJ, I got one request of you. Can you keep this party moving on the 1-2? I'm stepping with the lady. I don't plan on losing them. So boy, you keep it sexy. Let's dance up and feel them. So will you hit me with
the one slight exception to our new music rule. This goes back to 2006. However, I will say, I did say to Will after the chat, I probably have that tune somewhere. I don't. This is new to me as well. So it is new to me. Maybe new to you out there as well. As chosen by our esteemed guest tonight. Literally, he went in front of us. Myself, Dave Cronin, and Kerry sat having an old bite to eat in Titanic, and we watched him sail by. See you later, Will. So he sailed off into the horizon. I think he's in Scotland tonight, so yes. That's our special guest. If you join us in the middle of that, Mr. Will Rodriguez, aka Reelsoul, LA's finest. Yes, I always thought he was from New York. Always. Actually said it to him. When did you move to LA? In front of him. Anyway, what are you talking about? Corrected. Anyway, there you go. Yes. And isn't it great? There you go. So that was from the Tesla. Actually, we were driving there. Hence all the noises, all the pings. I should have gone in, I think, called Joe mode. Never mind. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Anyway, I was listening to that going, there's a little bit of Mike City in there. So I did a bit of a Google-ish, Discog-ish search on it there. Actually written by Mike City. So there you go. Remixed by Will Reelsoul. There you go. In 2006, chosen by him to play for you tonight. So, and thanks to Will for hanging out with us yesterday. It was great. Big up, man. So yeah, we met up very briefly yesterday. Of course, a few hours, literally just the morning and the early afternoon. And we went to the Tasty Corner in Cove for some pancakes. Thanks to them, they really looked after us there. So thanks, guys, down there in Cove. I would recommend it wholeheartedly. And then we drove off to Blarney, Castlelane, as recommended by Dave Cronin too, by the way. So thanks to Dave for that recommendation. And that ticked all our list of things Irish to do. So it's great. So lovely day. Anyway. Here's an exclusive for you, back to brand new music. This is what I was telling you was coming up. It's called Runaway Love. You remember it well. Rita Campbell on the vocals, Michele Kiverini, Mark Wilkinson forthcoming on Live Remixed next week.
This is a world exclusive.
You're my runaway love.
indeed. No doubt you're familiar with that record in some guys, whether it's a Linda Clifford one or whether it's Bobby D'Ambrosio. I think you had a version of it years ago. That's one I used to play. And yeah, you'll know it. Of course you do. If you've never heard it before, you go, whoa. Well, this is a brand new take on it, I guess. 10 minutes away from 10 p.m. right now. Still in hour one of the Digital Groove tonight, this Monday, 23rd of May 2022. That is Michele Chiaverini, unmistakably almost in that. You nearly tell straight away if you're familiar with Michele's keys and style. Mark Wilkinson, Rita Campbell. The tune is called Runaway Love. A lovely dub on this as well. I think Tony Economides plays on it too. Really nice dub on this. It's really club orientated though, which, you know, if I ever DJ again, I'll look forward to hammering out that in a club sometime. But this is the vocal version, I guess. It's on Life Remix, forthcoming, I think, the end of this week. Not too long to wait on it, that's the good news. But keep an eye and ear out for this. So Mark Wilkinson, Rita Campbell and Michele Chiaverini, Runaway Love. Beautiful. Right. Another turbo for you right now. Getting through these tonight after last week's fiasco, so yes, grateful I can bring these to you tonight properly, okay? Here's a turbo from Nick Hussey and our dear friend Jamie Van Gulden, both of them dear friends, of course. Emphasise one over the other there, but you know, Jamie always sends these our way to play for you. This is called Ibiza on Our Minds. Surely they're not the only ones. This is forthcoming Pina Colada Records, couple of weeks, and indeed the guys sent it to us to play for you tonight.
This is a Digital Groove Turbo exclusive.
Guys, I didn't realise that jingle was going to go right over the vocal. And with them all. Right. Brand new from Nick Hussey and Jamie Van Gulden, Ibiza on Our Minds. Pina Colada is the label, forthcoming in about 2 weeks, I'd say. And Jamie said to me, you know, you've spotted a lot of the samples, you know, that we've utilised or hooks or covers, even whatever. See if you recognise this one. absolutely lost. I have no idea. No idea, mate. Don't know.
World exclusive.
Anyway, that's me off Jamie Van Goulen's House Music Table Quiz team. Don't know, maybe you out there know it. Anyway, I can tell you what it is here. It is Nick Hussey, Jamie Van Goulen, Ibiza on our minds. Pina Colada is the label. And that is almost bringing us up to 10 o'clock tonight. I never told you what's coming in hour 2, so I better do it real quick. So we've one more before we go to hour 2 tonight, but in hour 2 you can expect some goodness, some deep goodness, some big piano goodness in hour 2. You're a piano lover and we're all piano lovers, aren't we? So yes, Migwa Miggs and Lisa Shaw got to start us off in hour 2 with Groove Culture. Yeah, Mickey Moore and Andy T in the remix when you hear it. It's an exclusive. Nathan G on the way as well on Love Bug Records. A brand new tune on No Fuss from Soul Drifter. Some brand new Salted Music exclusive action from Carl Lawton, his brand new EP. A brand new DeMarcus Lewis exclusive as well for you tonight. A new Adam Nyquist exclusive tonight, you're going to love that. Brand new Dwayne Motley as well, which we couldn't get to last week sadly, but it's out now, but you're going to love that. That's on the way in hour 2. Big piano from Stuart Ojale, big piano from Kid Massive twice as a remix and as himself. Okay? Exclusive Danny J. Lewis that literally we just got before we went to record the show today. You're going to love that. And then we're going to finish off with some brand new Sima Black. Action Austin's Groove, that's on Sima Black, and Venki, sorry, is it Venki? Yeah, that's going to finish us off tonight. So loads coming hour 2, don't go anywhere. Before we do that, here's Paul Parsons, The Way You Move. This bringing us up to 10 o'clock this evening. And this is the new Disco Club Mix. Gimme the Night, the label here. Yes, only a couple of seconds past 10 p.m. right now. This Monday night, 23rd of May, 2022. It's RTE Pulse, the digital groove, still coming from home. Yes, what? What? You're what? What? Yeah, still coming from home. It's still coming out in your speakers and the radio, so that's all that counts, isn't it, really? Yeah, so anyway, hope you're well tonight. If you have just joined us, you've missed Hour 1. We had Reelsoul with us yesterday. So I travelled down to see Reelsoul yesterday. So a bit of footage from the car. We had a little chat in the car as we were driving back down to his cruise liner in Cove. You know, I was going to bring him to the Titanic exhibition in Cove, right? And then I thought, is it not a bit like bringing someone off, you know, off a quick stopover of a flight to like some air disaster, you know, exhibition and going, what do you think of that? Off you go. You know, so I thought better at the end. Anyway, just things you think about. Anyway, or not think about. Anyway, that's what was happening in Hour 1. So we were catching up with Reelsoul yesterday, and you heard some of what he was doing, and indeed some good stuff there. So thank you to him. Right into Hour 2, we're going to start off with Groove Culture exclusive for you. This is coming out in about a week's time. Keep an eye on your out for this one. Migwell, it's only funny because I put a post up about a week ago, maybe, no, actually less than a week ago. It was less than a week ago. God, I think this time last week I was in the height of it. No, it was less than a week ago, and I was like, oh, you know, the joy of listening to Migwell Miggs and Lisa Shaw together, it's always immense. And here it is, brand new, you know, remix. Good time in Mickey Moore and Andy T. This is Mickey Moore and Andy T in the remix for Migwell Miggs and Lisa Shaw. It's called Lose Control, and this is Groove Culture Records. Should be dropping, I hope, at the end of this week, if not the start of next week. So not long to wait. Tonight it's an exclusive for you.
Exclusive.
You're like a
exclusive for you. Tonight, Miguel Miggs, Lisa Shaw, Lose Control, Mickey Moore, and Andy T on the vocal mix. Can only mean it's on Groove Culture Records. Of course, it is. Should be dropping. Let's keep the worst case scenario. Hopefully, end of this week, start next week. So shouldn't be long. Right, you think I would have spun that one out to Jog Grover. I'm saving this one for him tonight. Nathan G coming at you next. Second tune of Era 2. It's a tune called Right Here, Right Now. And we're going to play the original cut. It's called the original cut. Original mix, the original cut. It's on Lovebug Records, his own label, of course, for the Jog tonight. Out there in California. Hey, yes, indeed. Here we go, then. Hopefully you'll enjoy this one. I'm sure you will, mate. I'm a big fan of Nathan G and all this stuff. Here you go.
Good evening. This is Antonic, shedding love right here on Digital Groove with my man Niall Redmond, boosting up the best of the best garage and deep vocal house in sound. Turn it up.
No, through the times are always changing. Gotta love this life you're living right now, yeah. Right here, right now, love the life you live tonight. That love from deep inside. Right now, love the life you live right here. Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Huge look at the old jingle drops tonight. Am I sorry with that? Right over the top. Anyway. Yeah, second tune of hour 2, Nathan G, right here, right now.
Right here.
The original cut, yes, Love Bug Records, the label. Given the previous hour and the whole faux pas regarding Reelsoul, New York, LA, I always thought Nathan G, could be wrong, is from Australia, am I right?
Right here.
Anyway, let's not commit to anything anymore, especially jingles. Okay. It'll turn out he's from Norwich or somewhere. Anyway, okay. House of Jogador tonight, Nathan G, right here, right now. Before that, kicking off hour 2, sorry, was Miguel Miggs and Lisa Shaw, Loose Control, Mickey Moore and Andy T's Vocal Mix and Groove Culture, forthcoming soon. Next one is out right now from our dear friend Dimitri Soul Drifter. This is called Mosaic. It's the original mix. There is also a say-song kind of edit of this. We're going to go with the original, however. Out today on No Fuss Recordings. Yeah, take a little bit deeper as we do this time of the Digital Groove every Monday. That's Soul Drifter. It's called Mosaic. Yeah, the original mix on No Fuss Recordings, Say Sounds label, of course. Right, exclusive time next from Salted Music, 4-track EP from Carl Lawton.
Exclusive.
People from Chicago. 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 Exclusive.
World exclusive.
Now, if you thought this is called People from Chicago, you're right, of course it is. Yes, brand new from Carl Lawton, 4-track EP. The EP is called The Geordie Love in capital, so they're shouting that at you.
People from Chicago.
The Geordie Love Groove is the name of the EP. Track of the same title is the first track on it. This is track number 2, People from Chicago. A tune called Sound of Music and a tune called Feel in Love, which is awesome too. All of them are awesome, in fact.
People from Chicago.
Just looking at the info in front of me here, June 10th it says release date. Normally that means the full release, so expect this, I guess, maybe next week on either pre-order or promo from Salted Music. And yeah, get the lot. It's all well worth getting into your collection, getting your ears around a lot of it, really. Look at this called People from Chicago. In case there was any doubt. Right, we go from Chicago. This is well cringe. We go from Chicago to Jersey. No, next. I think so.
People from Chicago. People from Chicago. People from Chicago. People from Chicago. People from Chicago.
Go on, so we go to Jersey next. We're going to give you the brand new DeMarcus Lewis tune next. And the title of it is Old Jersey Way. So I guess that is, we're going to do this in the Old Jersey way, I guess. Anyway, it's on Grin Music forthcoming. You can grab this on his Bandcamp if you can't wait. That's what I did, so I suggest you do that. So yeah, if you want to do that, it's on his Bandcamp for Grin Music, that is.
People from Chicago. People from Chicago. People from Chicago. People from Chicago.
By the way, just a reminder, still some piano-y bigness to come at you. Brand new Danny J. Lewis on the way before 11 tonight. Some brand new Kid Massive on the way. Some brand new Austin's Groove on the way. Some brand new Stuart Ojale on the way too. We've got a couple of tracks before we get to them. As I said, next is DeMarcus, Old Jersey Way, the name of this, on Grin Music. So not just make it exclusive. No, it's not really if it's on his Bandcamp, because you can get it too. With me, any specialer than you. So yes, grab this immediately on his Bandcamp. Imagine you should do.
The Digital Groove.
Almost bringing us to 10:30, 28 minutes past 10 p.m. right now. Brand new from DeMarcus Lewis, Old Jersey Way, the name of that. The original mix, Green Music, the label for you. Right, here's an exclusive from Adam Nyquist. It's called All You Need. This is the main mix. This time, Phoenix Soul should be dropping Thursday on pre-order on thetracksource.com. Grab it then.
Exclusive, 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 exclusive,
Won't you come with me, baby?
This is a world exclusive.
Hi, this is Tony Humphreys, and you're checking out my guy Niall Redmond in the mix on The Digital Groove.
Well, let's boil the pot up for you for the last 30 minutes of the show tonight, or certainly the last 28 minutes. Just heard Adam Nyquist, All You Need, the main mix on Phoenix Soul. This sent to us last week, couldn't get it on the air after the debacle that happened. But But we're getting on for you now, and it's out now. Dwayne Motley, Andrea Brown. This is called Hand in Hand, the extended mix. Bob and Head Recordings, Husky's label. Yeah, we got it last week, and last week went to bits. If you did join us late tonight, just madness getting back from Leeds. Yeah, you know, this day last week morning, 6 in the morning, earlier 4 in the morning, and I missed the flight through no fault of my own this time. And anyway, we got some radio together for you, but very little speaking and stuff in it. So this would have been last week we played it, but anyway, it's out now. It's good news. It was Dwayne Motley and Andrea Brown, called Hand in Hand. Bob and Head Music. I always call it Bob and Head Recording 6 Bob and Head Music officially. Wouldn't be like me to have fundamental errors like that, but anyway, there you go. Right, Stuart Ojale, this is called My Love. Word of mouth, the label here. So tempted to play that for Linda G tonight, and it sort of reminds me of, and it does not take away from Stuart Ojale, it reminds me a little bit of the early C.N. Williams tunes that came out on Phase. Was it Phase out? I know, amazing stuff. But I had that real kind of nice piano. It's slightly different, but that's similar. Anyway, whatever. Many moons ago. So Kyle playing that for Linda Jean. I'm going to play the next one for her as well. Okay, Linda, you can take a pick out of either. Or have both. Have both. That was Stuart O'Jalay, a tune called My Love. The original mix, Word of Mouth, out right now. This forthcoming in the next week, Reza and Almish, Burning with Ecstasy, don't you know? Kid Massive on the remix. Right from Kid Massive on the remix, Kid Massive himself. This is Kid Massive, it's called Love You More. Safari Music is the label here. You just heard Reza and Alamish, I think it's Alamish. Called Burning with Ecstasy was the Kid Massive remix on Let There Be House out at the end of this week. Yeah, we're heading towards kind of the last 10 minutes, but before we 10 minutes to land, we got some Danny J. Lewis and Samos's Groove after this, okay? The hook sounds vaguely familiar to me from something back about 20 years ago. Bam, 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 bam. Watsy, help me out, will you? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me. Anyway, I don't know. What is it though? It's Kid Massive. It's called Love You More, out on Safari Music. Available today. This next tune was only available to me about an hour before we started recording the show today, and gratefully received just in time from our dear friend Danny J. Lewis. This is his brand new exclusive tune. Unless it was a live radio show this afternoon, we are the first to play it, I think. Anyway, enjoy it now. It's called Into Paradise. And yes, you are about to go into paradise with this. It's on Just Underground Records, forthcoming in about a week, I would imagine, or so.
Hi, this is Danny J. Lewis, and you are listening to The Digital Groove with Niall Redmond.
This is a Digital Groove Turbo exclusive.
World exclusive.
Yeah, almost time for us to go. 4.5 minutes left of the show. Second last tune tonight. Exclusive from Danny J. Lewis on his Just Underground record. It's called Into Paradise. And literally, as I said at the start, we just got that before we started the show today. So, nice. Really glad I got to include that in the programme tonight. So, thank you, Danny, for sending that our way as always, mate. Always. Spinning that one out to Watsy tonight as well. I'm sure he's enjoying that one too. Maybe in bed, because I know he's got an early start in the mornings. Anyway, there you go. Right. Last tune. Here it is.
Hi, this is Steve Watts from Gravity FM here in the UK. You're checking out my good friend Niall Redmond on the Digital Groove.
Right, true or false? Is Gravity FM still there, or am I still his good friend? Which is true, which is false? Good news is I'm still his good friend. Sadly, Gravity FM gone. God love him. Anyway, look. You can still catch him on his podcast, by the way. Global House Session. Have a look for it in your podcast app. You will find it. He's still doing his thing, don't worry. Right. Final tune of the night. This is Austin's Groove. Kirk Austin, that being, of course. And Venky, Venky, on Sima Black Records, course, Low Steppers label. This is called All My Life. Big action to finish us off tonight. We'll say goodbye to you before we go at 11 o'clock. Sadly, that wraps things up for us tonight. A joyous, outgoing tune for you, though. Austin's Groove and Venky, All My Life on Sima Black. Should have dropped today. The original mix for you there, finishing off our show tonight. Got to say a huge thank you to you out there listening tonight. Again, apologies on last week's show. We got the music on. Not a huge amount of talking. Again, some of you may prefer that, so maybe we should apologise for tonight's show. I don't know. Anyway, look. Thanks for coming back this week and checking us out. A huge thank you to Mr. Will Rodriguez, aka Reelsoul, for hanging out with me yesterday, having a chat for the radio tonight, playing an amazing tune that he did back in 2006 as his choice 12. It's great. So that was lovely. That was in part one of the show tonight. If you missed it, you can go back and listen on the RTE radio player in about 20 minutes time. And of course, you can check the whole show out there too in about 20 minutes time. We have to go, however, tonight. Thanks again for listening. Hope everyone enjoyed it. We do appreciate you. Please come back next week and have another listen to some new tunes. We'll be back then at 9 o'clock next Monday night. God bless you. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.